This is how we start to sort out the crawfish.
From the preparation to how it's cooked and seasoned, there is an art to making boiled crawfish. It's perhaps the best known Cajun food. But in Trong Nguyen's kitchen, there is a twist.
We sprinkle that with the Cajun seasoning right now.
Nguyen's restaurant, Crawfish and Noodles, combines Cajun cooking with what he knows of his own Vietnamese culture.
Back in Vietnam, my grandmom was a very great cook. So I have that taste many years growing up with her. So I kind of had that taste in me while I help her along to prep the dish.
Nguyen arrived in the U.S. in the late 1980s as a Vietnamese refugee seeking political asylum. He studied and worked several jobs, including one in marketing in a Louisiana casino, before going into the restaurant business. He is not the only Vietnamese immigrant on the Gulf Coast who turned to the seafood industry.
The first immigrant came to the U.S. is pretty much the people who live in a shrimp boat. You know, they do a lot of shrimp and stuff.
Embracing Cajun food, prevalent along the Gulf Coast, was a natural next step.
They do a lot of crawfish, they do a lot of shrimp, a lot of catfish, alligator, you know, on the Cajun style. So from there, the Vietnamese seem to understand that culture more. So Vietnamese dive into that kind of business. My version is I use a lot of Vietnamese seasoning. Mix it in some of the Cajun part to make it, because Vietnamese like seasoning.
The French culture is something else the Cajuns and Vietnamese have in common. Vietnam was a French colony, and the Cajuns' ancestors were French colonists.
I use a lot of French ingredients on my food.
Chef Nguyen calls the flavors in his dishes Viet Cajun, and the Vietnamese as well as non-Vietnamese customers at this restaurant have developed quite a taste for this fusion of flavors.
Mike Vandenbold and his friends eat here once a week.
I was born and raised in South Louisiana, so I know Cajun crawfish. And so when we came here, the extra Viet Cajun spice is what made it for us. And we like these better than the traditional Cajun crawfish.
It's very flavorful, there's lots of seasoning on it, and the crawfish is cooked perfectly.
The main thing is good food needs to be shared.
Nguyen says he would like the next generation of chefs to create an even better version of Vietnamese Cajun cuisine to celebrate the blending of these two cultures. Elizabeth Lee, VOA News, Houston.